boy, the leader, the captain of this ship, this channel, Matt One and Only, and today I'm gonna bring the final piece of the puzzle. Yeah, so this is the last video that I'm gonna make or talk about during the time of our incident, which was, having sex and basically going through a whole pregnancy thing, there's a lot of personal stuff that, from both sides that we need to discuss together. So if anything, we're gonna talk about those things once we join and have a family account. So there was things I left out in the other videos, so that's why this is my last video, and I'm gonna talk about the stuff that I did leave out in the future. So that's if me or should get a a channel going. So yeah. So what was the goal? What was the goal for part 2? I said 20 likes, and I'm gonna refresh. Y'all gave me 44 likes. Y'all really love this stuff, man. If anything, I might as well just drop a video today, back-to-back bangers. So so let's just get into it. If any of your friends or anybody, teen dads, teen moms, teen parents related, if people, or if, some of them don't know who I am, you could hit that subscribe, like, comment, share, do whatever. Share with your mama, share with your brother, your other brother from another mother. Just let's get me out there, Oh my gosh. Let's just get me out there, So with that being said, here's the video. So basically, that night, or I'll say the morning, because me and Rashida, we have long talks, and it would be for hours and stuff, and yeah, and I think we was complaining or arguing about something. We was complaining and we was arguing about something, and it just got a little, too hectic. And yeah, if anybody knows me or Rashida, we always argue. We always have something to say. We always have some type of disagreement somewhere. And yeah, that night we had a little disagreement, so we had a disagreement that night. We had an argument. Yeah, and then there was the time of the night where we cooled down, because usually we argue, and when we'd argue, we'd come to a conclusion and stuff like that. So we had one of those typical arguments, and then Rashida, she seemed surprised, and I was like, cause she gasped on the phone, and I was like, "You okay?" And she was like, "Yeah, I just peed on myself." And then I said, "Oh, okay." And then we continued the conversation. And as we continued the conversation, I didn't want to continue fully, but I asked her if that was a thing and if it was normal, because it was just out of the blue for me. I didn't know that she peed herself when she was pregnant, and she said yeah, because sometimes she would laugh and stuff, and it would just happen. So yeah, and then we continued the conversation on, and we just kept going, and she told me that her peeing wouldn't stop. So I'm just sitting here looking like, is your bladder okay? And then she was like, "Oh, Matt." And then I said, "What?" And I think it was around like 1 or 2 in the morning. And she was like, my water broke." And I was like, "Wait, what? What do you mean your water broke?" And she was like, "My water just broke. I'm literally sitting in a puddle of water. And my water broke." And I was like, "Your water broke? Like, you for real?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm not joking. It's serious. It's clear. I literally see it." And then she called her brother, and she told her brother, "Yo, Jamal, call 911. We gotta go to the hospital right now." And I was like, "Okay, Rashida, just hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna call my mom." And then I went to call my mom because I think my mom, she was at work. No, she wasn't at work, but she was in the bedroom. And I told her that Rashida's water broke, and she was like, "Tonight? It broke tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, it broke tonight." And then she said, "Okay." After, because she had work next morning, and thank God that day there was no school, so it was basically like a free day for me, and I didn't have anything to do. So yeah, she said after work that we're gonna go and head straight over to the hospital. And I said, "Okay." And then I went back to sleep, and I called Rashida, and I asked Rashida if she was okay, and she said, "Yeah, I'm in the ambulance and I'm going to the hospital right now." And I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna be there, but later on you will see me." And then she said, "Okay." And then I said, "I love you." She said, "I love you." And then we ended the conversation there. And I think I went with one of my aunts, and they picked me up first because I was literally the closest. And then we drove to go pick up my mom at work, and then we went straight to the hospital. And then next thing you know, I see we go into the hospital. Yeah, we go to the hospital and we sign out for our visitors waivers thingy, whatever. You straight? Mom's home? Okay. So yeah, not mom, but we basically for verification and stuff, they did security check and whatnot, and we did our little IDs to go see where Rashida was at. And next thing you know, I see Jumanya sitting in the hallway, and I'm like, "What are you doing here? Why aren't you in the room?" And then he was like, "You'll see why." And then, I went in the room, and then I stayed in there. I went to the room. I didn't have any problems or anything, because I just wanted to see Rashida, and she was okay. And around that time, I think Rashida was like 9, or Mason was like 8 to 9, or 7 to 9 millimeters, and he was pretty close. He was pretty close to the point where Rashida could, push him, but they wanted to wait a little longer. And so so I saw Rashida, she was doing alright and stuff. And like around that time, I don't think she wanted to say anything to me. I think she was most definitely pissed off at me. This was like, she did not say anything. Like, she spoke to everyone else in the room, but she didn't say anything to me. And then I'm just sitting here like, I'm just trying to ease up the pain and whatnot. And not only it was just me, my mom, and Mama Tisha, but there was Rashida's doula, there was her cousin, and there was my aunt. So there's quite a bit of us in the room. And yeah, I sat there, and yeah, it was just so awkward and weird to talk to everybody in there. I honestly didn't know. I only knew like Rashida's mom and the people that I came to the hospital with. I didn't know who her doula was, but her doula was so nice, and she took so much care of Rashida. She was such a nice woman. I forgot her name. I don't remember her name. But yeah, she was a good doula. And then Rashida's cousin, I was like, what the heck? Cause like there'd be like this. There was this point where she would like ask to see who I was, and she just wanted to know a little info about me. And then I told her my name. I told her a little bit about me. I told her my name and stuff like that, and she asked me if I was scared, and like she thought I was trying to like, you know, be all hard and stuff, and be like and act hard, yeah. And then like she asked me if I was scared, and I was like, no. I've seen my mom give birth before, so I'm pretty used to this. And then yeah, and then she didn't believe me, but yet my pulse, it literally, like she checked my pulse and everything. It was just some weird thing that went on. I don't know. I told her the truth. I told her that I was so scared. It literally was shown on my face, and yeah, she was like, oh, okay, I see you, I see you. I was like, I wasn't scared from the beginning though. That's the thing. And then there's this little clip that I would like to show you guys. So let's watch this all together.
It's telling you no more F.
Oh, so it's every time she pressed it, that's what happened.
No more F. No more F. Press it. No more F.
Are you using your phone to zoom in on it?
No more
And
F.
This is the face you make when you're trying to get.
Baby, don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Singing
Don't
no
worry
Hey.
about a thing. 'Cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
Rise up this morning.
Is it almost
Mason, I come out of me. What him change him mind? When him see the crazy people there. Hear the rhythm. Hear the rhythm chanting.
Na, 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 na.
Hear the chanting?
Breathe.
You hear it?
Don't forget to breathe. Slow, deep breath. Very good.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause every little thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Worry about a thing. 'Cause everything is gonna be alright. Rise in the sun or something. Three little birds fly. Three little birds. Something, 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 something. Singing free or something.
Well, as you guys see from the little clip, I probably might be able, I might do some magic on the clip so you could hear everybody's reactions and stuff. But yeah, so right next to Rashida was her doula. Her cousin was recording. Her mom, Mama Tisha, she was chilling. And I think my mom and I, we was in the corner right there, and I had my head down. Now, let me explain why I had my head down now. So when I got there, I felt, you know, I was like the only guy in there. I mean, Mason was there, but like he wasn't, you know, he wasn't out. He didn't see the world yet, so I felt like the only guy in there, and I was the only guy in there. Every now and then, Jamania, he would come in the room and stuff like that, but it would only be for food. I think my mom, she gave him a sandwich or something. He came in here and then he left. He left me. But it's all good. Yeah, so the reason why I had my head down was that, ever since I got there, Rashida, she did not like me. Like, her facial expression said it all. She wouldn't, like, try to talk to me, because I would try to talk to her, or I would try to do something, you know, just to get her going, but she didn't want any type of help from me. And because, you know, she was going through it, and, you know, the epidural it stopped. It finished. Her epidural finished, and she was just going crazy. And it was just a good clip to see, or for everybody to, you know, witness. So yeah, the people that was there, and you know, later on that day, they said something about how Mason he was going back down, and the millimeters for the baby to, you know, be pushed out, it was going down. And then we're sitting here like thinking like, what the hell is happening? What the hell is going on? And a few hours later, the doctor said that, you know, Mason, he was playing while he was in his mom's stomach. He was playing with the umbilical cord, and the umbilical cord somehow got around his neck. And if we were supposed to give the natural birth, there could have been a chance where he did not make it. So you know, after a while, you know, her cousin left. I think she had to go to work or something. So, you know, it was a good thank you, and it was a nice time meeting you. And yeah, and before she left, she did another video, and here's the next clip.
When grandmas are nervous because little Shantae is going through surgery. And Tisha wanna cry.
You can cry if you want.
And Grandma Marie over there looking all stressed.
Making me cry.
And the daddy over there acting all super cool and shit. We don't know what he feeling because he got the same face since I came here hours ago. Hello? How are you feeling? Are you nervous?
Emotional? Different feelings? Worried? Yes.
Are you worried?
You
You're
know
not
she gonna be
worried
okay?
either?
Yes,
You know she's gonna be okay?
you went through it.
Your mama went through it?
Yes.
Okay.
Make me feel better.
Okay, so as that clip goes on, you basically see my face expression. So everybody, you know, for the people that's like, why is Matthew acting like that? Why is Matthew acting like that? Well, here goes the answer. So, before you saw my face and you heard any of my reaction, just a few seconds before, as you guys have seen, Mama Tisha was in a gown, and so basically, we've all decided that, you know, Rashida should do the C-section, just to prevent the chances, you know, the chances from Mason, you know, passing that same day. So basically, so Rashida, I think it was down to Rashida to make a choice and whatnot, and at first I was gonna go, and I already had the stuff on, and then and then my mom, she pulled me back, and she was like, "Oh, don't let Mama Tisha go." And then I was like, "Wait, what? Why?" And you know, me, I'm excited and I'm hype, and you know, I want to cut the cord, although, you know, all the stuff we've been through. So I just wanted to be there and cut the cord, and my mom said no, let Mama Tisha go, and then I took off the stuff, and as I took off the stuff, my mood just went down and down and down, and I did not have anything to say. That's why my head was down. That's why I kept quiet. You know, although Rashida's cousin was trying to, like, you know, talk to me and whatnot, I honestly didn't want to say anything to anybody. Because I felt like as though this should have been a moment where I connect with my son. I'm not even gonna lie, I was upset. When Rashida, when Mason was out of her, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't even want to, like, you know, hug him or hold him because he didn't feel like he was mine. You know? I wanted to cut the cord. You know, that's something that's a part of me now, you know? I didn't have that chance to cut the umbilical cord. And I didn't like it one single bit. So we had to wait in the waiting room, and my mom, she tried hugging me, and then I pushed her away because she gave away the opportunity for me to, you know, cut the cord. She gave it to Rashida's mom, and now having some, you know, some resources and some reasons behind why Rashida needed her mom, she said that, you know, her mom's been there from the jump, so, and during that time she was scared, and the person that she needed and that she relied on was her mom, so she chose her mom over me. I got upset. I cried a little bit, but whatever happened at the hospital, I left it at the hospital. I didn't say anything to anybody. I never said. The only person I discussed this with was Rashida, and I told her I didn't like it at all. And then so basically I left it there. I didn't have nothing to say. I was dumbfounded. And it was just a lot because I felt like I should have been the one to cut the cord, right? I should have been the one to cut the cord. I was just like, man. I cried in the waiting room. And then my cousin was there. She was like, you know, it's alright. Mason will be fine. I said, I know he's gonna be fine. But yeah, no one didn't know the backstory of why I was upset, and that clip basically showed it all. So after that, a few minutes go by, and then the nurse comes outside and it's like, Dad, would you like to see the baby? In my head, I was like, bro, I don't want to see no baby, bro. And then next thing you know, I'm just like, look on the bright side, you know. He's born in the same hospital that I was born in. So I was like, you know what? It's just leave it be. You know, it didn't matter. You know, I'm still his dad. I'm still gonna be there in his life. So it doesn't matter. He's literally born in the same hospital I was born in. That's to me, I think that's awesome. You know, I love that. And you know, after all that anger and that frustration and that stress that, you know, I felt during that time when they went in for the C-section, I see Mason, you know, that he was the first person I seen in the room. Mason, he was under the thing that heats up the babies, that keeps the baby's body heats up. He was under there, and I'm not gonna tell y'all the first thing I saw, but yeah, I seen him, and you know, all that anger and all that frustration, it just went away. And it went away, and you know, I was sitting in joy, and you know, I wanted to hurry up and hold him, but you know, it took a little process for us to hold him. So after a while, I was, you know, I wanted to hold him because, you know, it was my son. He was so small. He was so small. Oh my gosh. Literally, I literally could have palmed him with my hand. He was that small. Yeah, and then I just, after that, I felt good. I felt, like I said, well, whatever was at the hospital, I left it at the hospital. I said what I needed to say, and next thing you know, I see Rashida being rolled right back into the room. And then she's just laying down, and she's like, yes, yes, but she didn't have her hands up and stuff, but her hands was to the side, and she was like, yes, I can finally eat, because she didn't eat for a while. And the doctor said she couldn't eat for a little while. She had to wait a little longer, still eat on the ice chips and stuff. But she said it's done, and she's finally done. And I was like, yeah. And then I went to her, you know, after all that, I, you know, just went up again. I told her that I'm proud of her, and never giving up. Just good job for being you and not giving up on yourself and stuff like that. And then she said thank you, and then I leaned in and I wanted to kiss her, and then she was like, no Matthew, don't kiss me. And then I was like, okay, fine. And then I kissed her on her forehead, and then after that we left and we went home. And next thing you know, I'm getting pictures every single day of Mason. He's so small. Oh, just so much. You know, that was at the time. Mason, I don't know, that kid, man, my son, he's a miracle. Like,
What?
Literally, I was just upset. I was angry, you know. I didn't want to talk to nobody. I literally wanted to leave the hospital.
Very funny.
You know? And then ever since I went into the room, just everything just cleared off. Everything was, my mind was like, I zoned out.
Yeah.
And then I just, it's like my whole body rebooted, and like now I'm just around this joy. And I'm just looking at it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my boy. And we took a lot of pictures. Unfortunately, I'm only gonna like share like 1 or 2 pictures. But yeah, that concludes the end of this pregnancy video. This is the 3rd one. There's no more after this. Probably in the future, but not now. I would like to give a big thanks to my mom for sticking with it, for sticking with me. You know, although the sin was wrong, she was always there to look for another way with me. And Mom, I love you. I thank you, and just thank you for the guidance that you're giving me. Yeah. Another thanks would be, you know, my siblings, although they was not upright or okay with anything, because, you know, my sisters, they did throw some shade at me at some points, but, you know, they said they wasn't gonna, you know, hold him or anything, and next thing you know, they're hugging him like crazy. They want him every single second of the day, so thank you to y'all. Next shout out would be Rashida. Rashida, you know, you did it. I should say you did it. You know, you fought the battle. You've literally did everything you can just for Mason to, you know, be born and to be okay. You know, as a mother, you know, you're doing good. Keep up the good work. I love you, and just thank you. Next person would be the not person, but the organization, the church. I would say thank you to the church, and because they've been there, they was there when it wasn't right. You know, they was there from since the jump. They heard everything. You know, everybody had their little opinion, but yeah, that constructive criticism is what, you know, embetters everybody. And you know, thank you for that, and thank you for, you know, just being there for me, although the sin that I caused was wrong. And to everybody that's watching this video, thank you for, you know, sitting there and letting me do this video. It was a great video to do. A lot of people recommended me to do it, so I'm glad that, you know, I'm that person now that could talk and be willing to say my side and stick to my side. Yet again, thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys loved the video. If anybody has suggestions and stuff that I should do for YouTube, my link will be in the description. Rashida's link and stuff will be in the description. And yeah, if anything, peace out. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all the 9. If anything, the one and only's out. Peace.